Agents, it's been a hot minute since I've done the rounds through the Division Universe, but we've got news to discuss, and yeah, I'm caffeinated enough to fly through this one, so let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, it's LtBuzzLitebeer, and we've got news from all the four corners of the Division Universe, some of it hopeful, some not, but over the next 8 to 10 minutes, we are going to do our best to shed light on all of it. Remember to smash that sub button, thumbs up, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all my latest Division coverage, and let's dive right in. The Division 1, the OG game, is first out of the gates, and after all my recent coverage of the Day Before saga, it always seems to tug at my heartstrings back to this original Division game. Servers are still open. Survival is still alive and kicking, the Dark Zone is still intact but very sus right now on PC, and the Matchmaker is still working just fine, especially when you're wanting to scratch that legendary itch. Starting today, February 20th, Global Event Ambush goes live, and to jog your memory, this is the GE that buffs agents' outgoing damage while stationary. Available GE missions read like a who's who of the best missions contained in the game. Times Square, Broadway Emporium, Police Academy, Queen's Tunnel Camp, and the incursion is the always hot Dragon's Nest. You've also got an opportunity to cash in and earn classified gear set items for the Alpha Bridge, Firecrest, Hunter's Faith, and Tactician's Authority gear sets. A 5-piece tack setup with an inventive or relentless backpack is just such a great build. Also up for grabs are the Bug, Haze, and Cage Mask for completing certain GE-related tasks, and if you're at all interested, this is time limited until February 27th, so now may be a great time to grab that chopper to the frozen tundra of NYC. Sticking with this theme of Winter Wonderlands and the Division Resurgence, Ubisoft's attempt to bring the Division Universe to mobile devices has been pretty comms dark ever since their last open playtest, and that was about 2 months ago. Their last official site update was back on December 1st, and up until a few hours ago via Twitter, we haven't seen or heard much from this portion of the universe. In response to a question about if the game was cancelled or when the next playtest would be, the game's official Twitter account responded, "We're working on our plans for the year, and we'll share information with you guys as soon as we're confident the plans won't change. Please stay tuned." With Ubisoft's recent issues, canceling 7 games in just 6 months, there was concern that Resurgence had met its demise, but according to the most recent Ubisoft investors call from February 16th, next fiscal year we will be launching Tom Clancy's The Division Resurgence, the first high-end AAA mobile looter shooter experience for Android and iOS devices. Will it or won't it? This is Ubisoft controlling the purse strings, so as news arrives, expect updates here on the channel. Heartland, Heartland, where art thou, Heartland? So many hopes for the future of the Division franchise seem to be firmly pinned on this perpetually upcoming PvEVP-focused free-to-play survival shooter. Each and every passing month, there are speculations and predictions, and as each month ticks by on the 2023 calendar, it is yet another month with no launch date or news concerning Heartland. There are recent rumors of another closed playtest, but information on this Red Storm Entertainment offering is scarce. Even the most recent Ubisoft investor statement is vague. As we look to bring the Division to a larger, global audience, we are also working on Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland, a PvEVP-focused free-to-play action survival shooter for console and PC. Now in the past, Ubisoft teased a fiscal year 23-24 launch for this one, but even that launch window seems to be missing from this latest statement. Sticking with this theme of the investors' call information, and for once, the Division 2 is actually mentioned by name, breaking from the tradition of Ubisoft attempting to disown the franchise. The Tom Clancy's The Division franchise is getting ready for a big year. With its 4th anniversary on the horizon, Tom Clancy's The Division 2 will keep improving the player experience and receive new updates, including a full year of fresh new seasonal content to keep new and veteran players engaged. The past month has been the worst on record for this now 7-year-old franchise, with Massive losing all control of the live game when the entire build generation system went into a state of total disarray. Now, as expected, this delayed all content moving forwards, including Season 11, and it took up until late last week for the game to be wrestled back under control. For the trouble, players were awarded compensation caches chock full of resources, and you will need to pick yours up from your player stash up until February 27th. Items like the announced live stream broadcast, actual launch of Season 11, and ETF player initiative seem to be stuck in a lasting holding pattern, and overall game stability, especially on PC, continues to be an ongoing issue. Will this dev crew be able to get the game back into the rhythm of updates and replayability? I'm concerned, but hopeful. One area of the Division news that is even harder to find consistent or accurate information for than Heartland is the Netflix Division movie. Said to star Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain and directed by Ryzen Threadripper, the last time we saw anything on this was way back in December 2022, when it was rumored the project was either on an indefinite hold or just completely scrapped. Threadripper has been somewhat active on Twitter, maintaining the stance that the project is still very much active, but according to this recent India TV article, which outlines all the Ubisoft titles coming to Netflix in the near future, it now shows David Leitch from Deadpool 2 fame as the director on this project. Now, if any statements are made by Threadripper or Leitch, I will update the channel accordingly. And let's wrap this one up with the announcement of the Division 3, or the actual denial that the Division 3 is in the plans for Ubisoft. Late last week, this one started breaking across the news wires that leaks were coming from within the company that Ubisoft had revealed it currently has no plans for the Division 3. Based on their current disasters of spending huge sums of money and then canceling projects, Ubisoft is confirming that they have no consistent vision of what to do with much of their IP. According to the leaks, Ubi is instead pinning its current hopes on Resurgence and Heartland, despite support and overall positive sentiment for the first two Division mainline games. Most of the team that main these two games have either moved on or been reassigned to alternate projects, such as the upcoming Avatar and Star Wars games. So, if there's going to be any hope of the Division 3 materializing, it will, in theory, need to wait until those team members have concluded work on their current projects. Clearly, the Division 2 is struggling, leading many to question if the game has exceeded its life cycle, especially since every new content update seems to exacerbate technical issues within the game. Will Ubisoft be able to clear up their current financial issues and kickstart a Division 3 project while keeping the Division 2 afloat? Only time will tell. Lots of little details flying around in this one, spanning the entire Division universe, and I look forward to reading your feedback about anything Division related in the comment section below. Remember to smash that sub button and ring the bell to stay up to date on all my latest uploads. If you could take a few seconds more to rate and or share this video, it would be greatly appreciated. You can find and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and over in my community Discord server, links to all of which can be found in the video description and pinned comments below. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.